those vegan guys. Thank you.
Hello, Lindsay.
Hello, Paul.
Today's vegan story, which I'm very excited about hearing about. Have you been keeping up with the series?
I have, yeah. I've been watching them all. I know Angie. Turns out she's a friend of my mother-in-law. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's good. And I was very interested in Head Riders.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been subscribed to her channel because I've just started growing my own veggies and that. So I know she does gardening, so I've been over and clicked bell.
Yeah. Fabulous. Loving your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Lighting's not very good in here. I was going to do this outside, but then my neighbour's working on his Land Rover and he'd got the blooming angle grinder going. Oh. And now I come in, and lighting's crap. He seems to have stopped, but I can't guarantee he won't start again, so I've got to stay here. So this is the best lighting you're going to get, I'm afraid.
Lighting's fine. I have such a thing with lighting, especially because on this laptop, the webcam isn't that brilliant. No. It's not like our proper camera we film our vlogs with. Also, just referencing your hair for a moment, I mean, this is killing me. However, I've just phoned Superdrug in Ashton, and they've got one Bleach London kit left.
You lucky bugger.
Bleach London is a completely 100% vegan and cruelty-free company. So I was like, save it! I'll be down at 3 o'clock.
Well, you see the Larish direction. Go on now. The Larish directions, I think it is. See, the directions or dimensions, it's one or other. And they're selling little pots, and they used to get them off for his local market, but they've now closed, so I'm having to go on Amazon to try and get them now. But I'm trying to wait off because it's like, you know, I don't really want them delivering stuff. Present climate, there's other people that need stuff more than I need a sodding hair dye. So,
but, and we've been talking about this recently. We actually think it's really important for the sake of your mental health, especially because we're all on lockdown at the moment. All those little things we do to make ourselves look and feel better, they are priority. Yeah. Because if we start not doing them, and although that's really honourable, and I get you completely, like, you know, other people, they've got the capacity out there. There's key workers who are still doing their jobs. So order away, girl.
I've like I said, my little bit of my gardening, my veg that I'm growing, that's helping with my mental health at the minute with everything. That's, you know, it's just giving me something else to focus on. My kids are grown up to some extent. Like I've got one at 21 and one at 15. Right. And they're getting on with their stuff. My youngest doing a school learning because obviously schools are shut apart from for key workers. So we're using the growing in garden as some of her science work and stuff like that. She's taken cuttings and then followed it through from getting roots on it and planting it on. So we've got lots of organic, fresh veg, hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to grow. So she's helping with that. But that's what, because they're older, and it's like when you've got younger kids, you're busy, you've got stuff to do, you're running around after them. I'm still running around after them, don't get me wrong, but they're a bit more like of need of your attention.
Yeah.
And because they're older now and they don't quite need my attention as much, it's like, well, I've got to do something to keep me sane. So that's what I thought. Are
you going to be vlogging about this?
I'm a bit. I do my videos, and I'm all right doing my videos, but sometimes when I watch them back, I've deleted loads because I'm like, that is absolute pap. I can't put that on YouTube. There's no way anybody's going to want to watch that. But I have been thinking about starting to vlog for my little garden bit.
Yeah. Well, I'll link your YouTube channel up here.
Thank you.
I have to do that with my arm.
So, or am I backwards? Is it that way on yours?
When I'm fast forwarding through it, you see, I need to know the bit where. So, it's here. Here, love.
That's my
channel there. So, Lindsay, what part of the UK are you from?
I'm in Barnsley. I'm same place as that bloke that's a tosser, if I'm allowed to say that.
Who?
Him that made that comment, I can't remember. You've referenced him a few times.
Oh, the Brexit man
Yes.
who said he voted Brexit to keep the Muslims out.
There's quite a few of them round here, unfortunately. I'm proud.
And round here, it's a Northern England thing, love. It's not just Barnsley.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But my
So,
accent
Lindsi,
is quite strong. So.
how old are you, if you don't mind my asking? Is it wrong to ask a lady her age?
Oh, I don't give a crap. I'm 40.
Right, fabulous.
Yeah.
So, and how long have you been vegan?
I have been vegan for 13 months only. But it
Right.
seems like I've been vegan forever now. And it's second. I thought at some point that I'd get to where I was like, yeah, I can't do this and go back to eating meat. But it's been unbelievably easy. And I've not missed out on aunt. I want Aunt Bessie to hurry up and bring out vegan Yorkshire puddings, don't get me wrong. But everything else, I don't see as I've missed out. I haven't missed eggs one bit. Not at all. And it's like cheese. I'm just finding my way with cheeses that I like to have sliced and cold, you know, like for a sandwich or on crackers and that with some chutney.
Yeah.
I like I've tried the Asda or Tesco's cheddar one, and that one quite nice. My favourite is the cocoa cheddar. That's gorgeous.
Oh, do you know, I've only seen that a couple of times in Heron, and I've not seen it since. Oh, and I've seen it in Holland and Barrett, but I'm sure they're discontinuing it.
Yeah, well, I went in, every time I've gone in Heron, they've had none at Quorn Hamming that everybody's been buying at 69 pence a packet, and they've had none of the blooming cheese in, and it's like, are you kidding? Because they were selling it really cheap, and Home Bargains, which up here, ours is Quality Save over here, it's not Home Bargains, but it's the same company,
Right.
they started selling it for a bit at 79 pence a block, which is a bloody bargain. But it's when they've got it, and then said it's same with like coconut milk and soy milk, things like that. They had the Dream coconut milk in, and the coconut milk at 49 pence for a litre. And it's like every time I go in, I keep having a nosy on shelf, but as soon as they're in stock, they fly. They've gone, which is a good thing. It is a good thing because it means people are out there and they're buying alternatives, which is fantastic. So, yeah.
So what? 13 months.
Yeah.
Is a relatively short time.
Yeah, it is.
But you seem like you've kind of fallen into it easily, or. But what was it that did it? You know what I mean? Tell us about your life before veganism and what it was that made you make that switch.
My life before, I was one of the biggest meat eaters going. I'm ashamed now to say that at Christmas I'd buy 2 large turkeys to cook. There's 4 people in my house, but I'd buy 2 large turkeys and cook them so I could make other dishes with them or have it cold with some pickle. And when I think back now, it's like, what the hell? Why? It's such a glutton. You know what I mean? And I'd have gammon alongside that, and I'd have sausage meat stuffing and things like this. And it were like, I was so bad. And then when I started seeing my husband, his stepdaughter, my stepdaughter now, she's called Leah, she was vegetarian. And then so far, like a couple of years after we got married, she said, oh, I'm going to go vegan. And I can remember the dad saying, crikey, what the heck is she going to eat? I'm worried about her. Is she going to get enough stuff that she needs? Which we all know that's what standard is. Everybody thinks. Everybody suddenly starts worrying about your health. Even though you had a crap diet before, suddenly they're concerned about your health. And it's like, no, just leave it. And every time we've seen her, she's very passionately spoke about veganism. And every time up until deciding to go vegan, I'd be like, yeah, all right, you can do you can be a vegan. I'm going to carry on eating meat because it's my right to choose to eat meat. And
which is what we all believe as meat eaters, don't we? We all believe we have a right to
Yes.
participate, because what it is it's not, it's like if you break it down into its parts, what you're actually saying, what we've all said, I said it too, what we've all said at those points in our life is, I have a right to participate in the forced breeding, environmental destruction, slaughter,
murder,
and abuse of animals, because I want to put something in my belly.
Yeah, and it's like one of the most powerful quotes I've seen since was the I eat plants because my body's not a graveyard.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's quite stuck there. Which every time she spoke to me, I don't know, it started that when we went down to see her at their house, and like we get our food, they get their food when we went to visit. And my husband would be like, oh, pie, oh, this, that, and other. I'm like, can we not get meat? Because we're taking this into Leah's house and Leah's vegan. And it don't seem right or respectful to take meat into somebody's house when they're vegan.
Yeah.
It started like little bits like that. So I started a Pinterest board with recipes I could adapt to being vegan, or just vegan recipes that were out there. And I added them and I added them, and I didn't really look at them right much, I will admit to that, but I've kept adding them. And then, sorry, sometimes my mind goes blank and I have to do a reboot, so it's my fibro. Sorry then. It was like, it started off like that, and then I started watching stuff on YouTube, and I don't know why my interest got piqued. I can't specifically say the point where my interest got piqued, but I suddenly started watching a lot of YouTube videos, including yours and Jason's, some of your earlier ones that were on then.
Yeah.
And I got obsessed with watching accidentally vegan videos. This is why I'm still this size. I ain't lost weight being vegan. Don't let them tell everybody, oh, you'll be like a twig if you go vegan, because when you find out good stuff you can eat, that just goes out the window, I'm afraid, with me. But little things, and then I can remember going to Aldi and saying to my husband, I want to buy stuff that's vegan. I want to have a Sunday dinner that's completely vegan. And he was like, all right then. So we're looking at gravy and everything else, and I made this dinner that was completely vegan, and then I made a cup of tea with my milk in. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh, I could go vegan, but I can't get my milk in my tea. I just can't do it. And then I messaged my stepdaughter and said to her, I'm not promising, but I think I might go veggie. I could potentially see, but I don't know if I'd be able to do vegan. That might seem a bit too hard. And these videos were on, and this with my tea were bothering me, because I'm like, what can I do? I don't like black tea. I tried plant milk in my tea, and I couldn't find one that I liked properly. They're either you had to warm them up to put them in, or they're curdled, and this, that, and other, or it gave my tea a funny taste. And I'm a northern lass. My tea is my life. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just one of them things. And then I mentioned in my thing, didn't I, over I've got a spirit guide, because I work with spirits sometimes, and he somehow planted the thing in my head, because I got some coconut sugar in, and he just went, try black coffee with coconut sugar. And it was just a fleeting thought like that, and I was like, all right then, I'll try that. And I tried it, and it was gorgeous. And then I'm sat there drinking this black coffee with coconut sugar, excuse me, watching videos, and there was one of the ones with the chicks in factory, and I've got my dog in my arm, I've got my black cup of tea, and I'm watching this video, and I'm thinking, that's horrendous. That's like Mr. Kipling's factory with buns, but with chickens. They're alive. They're a living creature. And then I looked at my dog, and she looked at me with these big brown eyes that she's got. She's a rescue toy poodle, so she's only small. And she looks at you with so much love and like in her eyes when she looks at you. And I'm looking at her, and I'm thinking, in some countries, you'd be classed as dinner.
Yeah.
And that thought absolutely horrified me. And at that point, well, when I turned around and I just went to my husband and went, that's it, I'm going vegan. I can't go veggie because that's still chicken industry. That's not going to change. I know, like everybody says, one person, but one person having same thought coming together as a collective can make a big difference. We're already seeing rise and popularity of people choosing plant-based options, and that's all because one person, or one person that thought they were one person, had this thought to try something different. And from that minute on, that was it, I went vegan. But I used to class myself as a conscientious meat eater. I used to love watching River Cottage and Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall doing all this protesting for better treatment to chickens and that, intensive chicken farming. And he did one where he went to an abattoir. And of course, because it was for telly, it were all set up perfect. Bolted head for this cow, what perfect placement. It were only the one bolt. It went straight down, then it went through, and it didn't show you like slitting the neck, so it looked like that, and all blood draining down while they were still moving about if they hadn't done it properly. It were done to perfection, so it seemed like it was humane. Because it was like, this cow didn't feel no, bolt to head, took it straight out. And I thought that I respected animals because that's, they gave us meat as far as I'm concerned. And like you, I thought cows ate grass to produce milk.
It's a standard. It's because we're not bloody educated, Lindsay. It's nobody. But it should be. What they need to start doing, really, in my opinion, is in schools. And I'm talking about infant. It's not called infant anymore, is it?
Oh, it's like reception class. It's like nursery reception class and then infants. It does start, we still call it infants and juniors up here.
Right, it's not, but it's not called that over here now. It's
everything else,
but they should be educated. Young people should absolutely be educated on how what is on their plate gets to their plate. And this is why, of course, most parents would never consider taking their kid to a slaughterhouse, but they'll happily take them to pick strawberries or pick apples.
Oh, that's pretty and keeps a lie going, basically, because that's all they're doing.
Just let me pussy out.
Oh, you're right, lovey.
Go on, you bugger. Every time I'm filming.
Do you know what, Paul? I had to trim my bush the other day because my pussy kept getting lost in it. So I had to take edge trimmers to it because you couldn't see him under. I had to cut it because my pussy got lost.
Cut your bush because your pussy gets lost. It's not on. These are the things we're having to cope with in this pandemic.
Isn't it? Do you know what, though? It's brilliant because if you can't laugh during this time, you'd lose your mind.
Oh, God, absolutely. Absolutely. We've mentioned on a lot of the on a lot of these videos and on recent vlogs just in general that this is horrific. Obviously, nobody's particularly happy at this time, but it should have given us all a chance we can get two great things from this. We can really start to love and appreciate the things that we already have in our lives, which we oftentimes take for granted, really take for granted. Yeah. And we can start to empathise with other beings on this planet who are confined and cannot see their family or loved ones. But at least we're not having our throats slit and being hung upside down by the leg on a conveyor belt. So,
I don't know if you saw or not. Somebody put a drone video on a dolphin that had been abandoned in a Japanese like aquarium park thing. They had like sea lions and stuff like that. And when they closed down, they basically just up and left. Left all animals there. And this one dolphin were in this tiny pool for about 10 years. They go in now and again, somebody go in and give them a bit of food. But it broke my heart. It was like, how can you? it's a beautiful, sentient, intelligent, community-orientated being, and you've isolated it. So I shared it because I put on it, I says, if you complain about being isolated, try being like this. Because we don't even know. At least we've got the ability, we can go into the back garden. When we go shopping, we have to thingy social distancing. I don't know if you've noticed this, if you've been. When I've been, because I've had to go out and I've been in a queue, people are talking to each other. Strangers that don't know each other have started talking to each other and having conversations. And I know it's like a bad situation, but that part on it were lovely to see, because it's like people are reconnecting with people instead of just looking at the phone. And there was one woman that was just staring at her phone, and she caused a right backlog. There was a massive gap between where we were on queue, and people behind us going, excuse me, love, excuse me, come on, shift your butt. And eventually she did, and she looked round like gormless, and it was just like, be present. Enjoy. I know it's outside, I know we're queuing, I know it's terrible, but we've had beautiful weather for it for the past week. Too. And it's like, you're immersed in your phone, and there's so much going off. You need to look up from it, realise what's going off, count your blessings, stop taking things for granted, and live best we can.
As Gemini says from the Vegan Queens, read the room.
Exactly.
You've got to read the room and pay attention. It's like that's so crucial. We've talked about that as well, Lindsay, how we've become very much used to this kind of disposable society. I mean, it's everybody's fault. We've all gone along with it, but it's all like, just smashed a series on Netflix. What next? What next? Been to Greece, we're next. Landed on the moon, maybe, we're next. Everything's about what next, more. I remember like being a kid, and there'd be like one blockbuster every month, maybe, at the cinema. And then you'd wait 2 years for it to come out on video.
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it made you appreciate things because you had longer with them.
Yeah.
There's always something to move on to.
Everything's digital now. So when you watch a film, there's no physical copy really there. You can get them from some places, but it's a whole industry there that's gone.
Yeah.
Pretty much because people want everything instant in front of them and convenient for them. And if it's not, they don't want to know.
People just want to press and go, right, watching it, I miss walking around Blockbuster.
I'm walking around Blockbuster. At the minute, I'm missing walking around garden centres and things like that. It's just like we say, it's little things that you take for granted.
Yes,
Go through
I tell you what I'm missing more than anything, to be honest. Hugs. Now, I say that from a selfish standpoint because I have a husband and we hug many times a day, every day without fail. But I keep popping down to see my mum because I'm her only. I'm the only person in the entire family she's physically seeing. But I'm always 6 feet away from her, always.
When you did your vlog on,
and I miss being able to give her a big hug. But I'm not prepared to put her at risk.
Yeah, it's you realise how hard it is when they're in front of you, but you can't have that contact. But again, to some degree, a lot of people are only just realising that they miss hugs. Because they haven't really done it. They've taken for granted that somebody's going to be there. And there's so many people at minute that are not getting to see the loved ones and then passing away, sadly.
It's awful. And you can't be with them while they pass away.
Exactly.
That's the most terrific part.
Yeah. And that thought, especially any loss, is devastating. But when you're hearing about a 13-year-old child and younger that have had to be isolated with no parent, they're going to be scared crapless.
Absolutely.
They want to know where the mum is. They want to know where the dad is. And all nurses can say is, they can't be weird at minute, but here's a tablet so you can talk to him. which is a blessing to some degree. But again, it's all this relying on technology.
Yeah. Although technology at the moment has become a bit of a godsend, hasn't it? Here we are, having never kind of chatted in real time before, now chatting to make a vlog, you know, and I've been able to chat with people from America, from Ireland, you know, I've got Leanne from Wales soon, all these people from all over the country. So I've taken advantage of this technology by never using it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, this has always been here. Why have I not utilized it before?
Yeah.
You know, so pros and cons, isn't it, of everything?
It is. And like we said, at a minute, it is a blessing for some people because, like you said, family members that might live a few streets away but can't see each other. My mum has got COPD and asthma and other stuff, and she's having to self-isolate. She's had a letter from government saying she's to stay in for 12 weeks at least.
Yeah.
It's hard for her.
I bet it is, yeah. Yeah. And same with my mum. She's used to seeing her grandchildren and great-grandchildren 5 out of 7 days a week. That they'll pop round and now it's just me popping down twice a day with a meal or a bit of food or just to see if she's okay. But I've got her set up on Facebook Messenger so that you can still see the kids.
Yeah.
Because I know it's hugely important to her, hugely. So let me throw some random vegan-related questions at you.
We've gone on about everything and out.
Sorry?
I said, go on then, because we've gone on about everything and out.
Where do you shop mainly? What's your main kind of... if you have a main supermarket, what would it be?
At minute, it's Asda.
Right.
Because I can get more stuff from Asda, reasonably priced. We're in one of the poorest areas, so I've got to make my money stretch.
Yeah.
But I've got my granddad's mentality that, obviously he's passed now, but if he could get something somewhere else, even for a couple of pence cheaper, he'd do it. And then a couple of pence he'd put in his savings jar. And he'd got thing. And I've adopted the same thing. Obviously it's hard at minute, so I can't do it. But my shopping would usually be, I'll go to Asda, then I'll nip to Aldi for something.
Yeah.
But then I'll nip to Quality Save for something. And then I'll nip to Iceland for something. So I literally shop hop all over the place. But at the minute it's definitely Asda because I know I can get basic vegan essentials plus some other luxury stuff.
Yeah.
If you go, you know what I mean? If you don't buy yourself a packet of biscuits now and again or something to treat yourself, it helps. So I mainly shop at Asda.
Speaking of biscuits, let me say this while we're chatting so that anyone who watches and might be appalled can go and retweet our tweet. We've just found out that Tesco's dark chocolate digestives, which were suitable for vegans, have been discontinued.
Why?
So I've no idea. So I've tweeted McVitie's this morning as those vegan guys. So if you're on Twitter, please go and find it, retweet it.
Oh, well.
I've just said, dear McVitie's, please, thank you first for making your digestive biscuits suitable for vegans. We're all delighted. Now, could you please do a dark choc digestive? Because that's what we're lacking, a chocolate biscuit. And if enough people retweet it, you never know, they might do it.
Alright, they might. Have you seen thing though? If you get a chocolate bourbon that comes from
most penguins, aren't you?
Dip them in chocolate and you've got a penguin. I thought that was genius. It was like, why have I not thought about that already?
Brilliant, isn't it?
Such a simple thing.
Yeah. Cover your bourbons in chocolate. You've got a penguin. And then
cover out in chocolate, it makes it better.
Except maybe a pie. I might draw the line there, Lindsay.
Do I admit this now? I went to a party once, and obviously it was before I went vegan, and I got a piece of pork pie, and somebody dared me to dip it in chocolate fountain, and I did, and it was actually quite nice.
You gross. You
It,
gross girl.
it was savoury and salty, and then sweet on it as well, and oh, it was just like, I'm not kidding, it was actually really nice.
You
I
gross
think
girl.
do it at home for hotels. It'd be like at a party, it's a chocolate fountain. I might be a little bit like tempted to just, but obviously not normal pork pie now. But have you tried making pork pie with the Richmond sausages? It's lush. It's really nice. If you just get your sausages, skin them, obviously like that silicone, whatever it is
Yeah,
that
get the sausage meat out.
mix it all together in a bowl. If you want to add a bit more texture, add some of the Vivera bacon pieces, some seasoning, bit of nutmeg if you like your pie a bit spicy. Make your pastry, dump your sausage meat in it, put lid on, glaze it with some milk and bang it in the oven. They are absolutely gorgeous. My husband goes mental for them.
Nice.
Absolutely mental.
I quite like Morrison's porkless pies.
I ain't tried one yet.
They're gorgeous.
I ain't tried one yet.
They really are. I had a couple over Christmas because I've got this thing about having a slice of pork pie and piccalilli. I love it.
Pickle Willy. Any Willy you want.
Pickle Willy.
Do you want Pickle Willy number 1, number 2, or number 3?
So tell us one of your favourite meals, Lindsay.
Oh.
Or 2 even.
My most favourite is still a roast. I absolutely love a roast. Even if I don't have stuffing, because I sometimes have stuffing to replace like a meat substitute, I'll just have a bigger portion of stuffing.
Right.
I absolutely love my roast dinners. But second is cheesy broccoli and mushroom pasta.
Oh, nice.
That's very nice. That is so nice. My daughter isn't vegan. My 2 kids aren't vegan, but they've started making an effort in maybe trying vegan option for summer. And my youngest just discovering she likes quite a bit of vegan stuff. But like I said, they're old enough. I'm not going to push them. It's got to be their decision.
Absolutely.
My husband's completely on board. He's like, I'll eat what you eat. And like I said, when he saw you're talking about dairy industry, we're like, that's it. I'm not having cow's milk anymore now. And that was because of your video.
Oh.
But me cheesy broccoli mushroom pasta that I make.
What cheese do you use for it?
To be fair, I use whatever cheese I've got in.
Right.
Just to use it up. If it's starting to get a bit past its best for like slicing cold, or like I sometimes the slicers will start going a tiny bit dry on outside edge, and you're like, it's got to be used. I'll just throw whatever in. So I've used Violife, I've used Applewood, which is gorgeous. The Applewood one with smoke flavour.
Yeah, I imagine.
Oh, it's so nice.
It does have a good smoke flavour though, doesn't it? I mean, it really does.
Usually, if I've got Violife in, I'll put a bit of that in. But I don't use a massive amount of cheese. Sometimes I might use that free-from cheese sauce mix that's vegan, but not often. Usually I just do a white sauce, put a bit of cheese in it, and I put quite a bit of nooch in it, because that gives it nice savoury flavours.
Yeah. Well, speaking of nooch, I don't know if you saw the, it's not my recipe, it was I keep forgetting her name, the plant-based kitchen show.
I think that's right, yeah, somewhat like that.
And I did a version of her oil-free ranch dressing on a video. I'm going to whack the vegan recipes playlist up there, easy vegan recipes, it's in there. But I was thinking about that the other night because it's made with oats and hemp seeds.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder if I could make a kind of Alfredo. Is it called Alfredo? Creamy cheesy pasta sauce?
Alfredo.
I thought, I wonder if I could make an Alfredo by, instead of putting the dill in there, obviously, still use the oats, still use the hemp seeds, but use nooch. as the kind of cheesy flavour. And I might try it soon with some whole wheat spaghetti and peas.
It'll be lovely.
Because I do love stuff like that. And maybe some smoked ham bits in there as well. Or, like you said before, Vivera bacon pieces.
Yeah.
Because they've got a real good bite to them, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got proper texture.
Yeah,
This isn't bacon is really good, but the Vivera has got the texture.
Yeah.
Especially if you fry it till it goes just that bit crispy. Like I said, my youngest tried that, and if I do a breakfast, she'll gladly have like Richmond or Naked Glory sausages. She likes both of them, and she tried that bacon and went nutty for it. And she keeps saying, "When are you going to Tesco's to get some more, Mum?" It's like, well, at the minute it's a bit hard. I'm not going to Tesco's just for that.
Yeah.
That's not on. But she's always, "Mum, when are you going to get some of that bacon? It were right nice." And if I make eggy bread, like equivalent of eggy bread, people call it French toast, gypsy bread, gypsy toast. We call it eggy bread. I do a vegan version of that, and she goes mental for that as well. So it's like they are getting there's like less and less meat and stuff getting bought into the house.
Brilliant.
For them because they're choosing more to try vegan option. My oldest especially, she's like, "I've had note that's not vegan today, Mum. So I think I'll just make rest of the day a vegan day." So it's flexitarian. It's better than nothing, and at least
absolutely. As we always say on this channel, we celebrate every little thing that everybody does. We will always say to people, if you're doing that, you've already opened your eyes quite a lot. Just open them a little bit more. We'll always say that, but we will always say, "Well bloody done, well done."
It's an achievement for plant-based and vegan way of life when somebody just looks at a different option.
Absolutely.
And changes the way of thinking, like you said, just that little bit.
Yeah.
And it can make a difference. And when a seed's planted, like I said, when Leah said to me, and she'd always say, "Oh, I want to go to that shop and put Meaty's murder stickers all over it." And I sat there like, but it's sort of like that's what set that seed off. And when I told her that were it, I was going vegan, she's been brilliant. She's helped me with stuff. She lives in Belper in Derby.
Right.
I think it's classed as Derby anyway. But she's always WhatsApp. She'll send me petitions to sign, or she'll ask me how I'm doing, or if I was stuck on things before, she was like, "I'm here, just message me." And she were brilliant and key, as well as YouTubers like yourselves, in that seed turning into a little shoot that's turned into a massive change in my life for better.
So, folks out there, please learn from Lindsi in that if you have a vegan relative who is talking to you about veganism, listen.
Yep.
Pay attention.
Take advantage.
Try some new things. Don't go, shut up.
If you take advantage of their knowledge, you're more liable to succeed in it, and then you're not going to miss out on things, and you're not going to be at a point where you're like, "Nah, I'll go back to meat." If you've got the knowledge, you use YouTube to its best. You use anybody's knowledge to its best. Any vegan I know is quite happy to talk about being vegan with somebody, and to talk about how easy it is and what things you can have to eat and how amazing vegan food can be. Every vegan I know is happy to do that. So if you've got somebody like that you can take advantage of that knowledge from, use it.
Do it. Absolutely.
Do it.
Absolutely. Right, Lindsi. Well, first I'm going to ask you if there's anything else that you want to share with us before I ask you the final bit, which is any messages for people out there who are considering vegetarian or veganism. But first, that'll be the last thing.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share about your own journey or just yourself?
I've got a question actually for Mama Gemini.
Oh, I'll let her know. Go on.
Right. Eyebrows, filling them in. How do you do it to get them look right? Because my daughter says they don't have to be twins, they just have to be sisters.
They don't even have to be sisters. They just have to be cousins.
Well, mine look like distant relatives when I've done it.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but actually, Gemini, and I know this because I've watched her many times.
Brilliant.
Gemini does very, very little to her eyebrows, and now and again, you'll see her with none. She won't even pencil them in, but all she does is pencil over what she's already got, maybe slightly higher. She doesn't do the sculpt work that miasma does.
Yeah.
You've seen miasma's eyebrows; they're like,
I love her.
You know. No, Gemini don't do that. Gemini's an 80s chick, always has been. So if anything,
an 80s chick.
Exactly. She might have a thin line, and that's it. It'll have some shape to it, but it'll be a thin line.
It's edgy. It's edgy.
So, Lindsay, what golden nuggets of wisdom, or just what things would you want to say to people who are considering, be it one meal a week or the full journey? What would you share with them?
I'd say be open-minded. Try everything once. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but at least you've tried it. But you could find a decent alternative that you're quite happy to eat. Knowledge, everything, research. It depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it for animal welfare, which that's my goal for doing it, is I don't want animals to suffer. If you're doing it for that reason, research that. Research exactly what happens with chickens and cows and every other animal that goes to slaughter. I'd recommend watching Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend, if your stomach can take it, watching Earthlings.
Mm-hmm.
I can only get as far as Foxes on that, and then I break my heart and I have to turn it off. I can't watch it. It just... But that sort of thing will help instill that value in you, which will make you see vegans' food in a different light and in a interesting and enjoyable light. If you're doing it for health reasons, which you're entitled to, if you want to do it for health reasons, then researching nutrition, make sure you're getting what you need to have. If you have to take a supplement, some people say, oh God, but I'd rather take that supplement than take a cow's life to get B12.
Well, we take a vegan multivitamin and mineral every day. You know, there's nothing wrong. And if people are doing it for health, I would recommend Forks Over Knives and Game Changers.
Definitely.
They're
and then
the kind of two.
Go and look at people like Simnet. Is it Simnet Nutrition? And Hench Herbivore. Because if you're worried about not being able to build muscle or being healthy, they'll put you straight.
And can we say as well, whilst talking about Simnet Nutrition and Hench Herbivore, they are both nutritionally trained and offer great advice. And also regarding them both, whoa. So,
hey, come on now.
Hey, true though. They're both gorgeous. I mean, I've got my own beautiful husband, but I don't need a full purse to go window shopping, Lindsay.
That's what my husband always says. He says, there's nothing wrong with window shopping, you just don't go in to buy.
Exactly.
Oh, that's exactly what he says. But yeah, that'd be, just research, look at vegan options, watch YouTubers. People that have been through making that start, having that seed planted, they all started somewhere. So if that means going right back on the channel to the earliest vegan video that you can find, watch that and progress on from here. Just be mindful.
I would definitely recommend that with our channel, and I'm not just saying that, but it's because the entire reason although this channel is diversified and does all sorts of things about us now, we started it to share our vegan journey.
And down to earth vegan.
And so all the shopping videos and all that kind of stuff have been done to help people transition, you know.
Yep. Because we're not all of them posh people that can go out and spend a fortune or get a nutritionist on board or things like that. Up here, we want to eat normal, real food. So your channel and my channel, we both try and do that kind of thing.
Down to earth.
Try.
We get
burgers front shop. We get chips front shop. Vegan options. We're not 100% on nutrition like Simnet or Hench. It's their life. We like the cheeky burger under, you know, or a bag of sweets. Have you tried the meerkats from B&M yet? The jelly sweets?
No, I've not seen them. They're nice.
They're right nice. Let me show you a bag. I just happen to have a bag here. Oh, these ones.
Right.
They're on back. They're labelled vegan.
Oh, wow, amazing. All right, check them out. Nice one, Lindsay.
If you like the Haribo jelly babies, the slightly longer ones, they're very much like that. And I'm a jelly fan I'm a jelly sweet fan. Yeah. So these are perfect. These are Aldi's range. They're sour watermelon sweets. They're so good. But stuff like that, if you want to check out what you can get vegan, watch Accidentally Vegan videos and you'll see just what stuff in your life that you're probably already eating or already buying that's actually vegan. There's a lot on it. I mean, Bisto gravy. You'd have never thought vegan.
Bisto gravy is vegan, of course, and caramelised onion. Bisto Best.
I need to get that one so I can have sausage and onion gravy because I love proper classic grub.
Yes.
Stuff that you can, like you said, stuff in your face. You get that like warming feeling. It's comforting. It's homely. That's all you want.
Yeah.
Nah. You just want comfort and that enjoyment from your food.
Couldn't agree more, my love.
And don't wind up looking like a brick shithouse like me.
Hey, guess what I've had for lunch today?
Go on.
Slim Fast. I've decided Monday to Thursday I'm having Slim Fast for lunch, just so I can get rid of this belly that I've started to develop over lockdown. So yeah, we're not all malnutritioned, skinny. God, no. You know what I mean?
I've got to stop making cakes because I'm just putting weight on from eating cake.
No, don't stop making them. Just make them and send them me.
I told you I want to send you some chutney that I made.
Oh God, yeah. Do you know, Lindsay, honestly, we get that many messages from folk. I forget. I forget. Get back on that. We'll get back on that. Right, Lindsay, I want to thank you so much for joining us
You're very welcome.
Today and for telling us your story, just for having a chat. I think people just enjoy watching people have a chat. I do. I enjoy watching people have a chat.
Normal people, everyday people have a chat.
Exactly. So thank you very much for joining us. I shall get this vlog up later, but right now I'm going to go and buy myself some hair bleach so I feel pretty again. All right. Thanks, Lindsay.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye, love. Bye.
Bye.